Hey team, so it's been a little while since I touched on this topic, but I'm trying out a new microphone for car vlogging, so here we go. Now, I've talked to you before about influencer marketing, and even since then it's changed quite dramatically. Back in the day, even 2 years ago when I first heard about influencer marketing, I didn't really know what it was, and ultimately it was like the new wave of what is now, or what used to be, infomercials. So back when I started doing it, we were talking direct with companies and we were doing exclusive deals very quickly. So I'm an influencer for a company called Lenovo. So they hook me up laptops, PCs, basically anything that they make that can help me do what I do better. No money changes hands. They give me a thing and then I can do what I do to the best of my ability with the best equipment. End of. And there's obviously a two-way street in that because I'll talk about it on my platforms, and even coming up I'm going to go help them out for an event that's coming up at BitCon. So that'll be cool. But then also they're really great people to deal with because they give a shit about the product, because it's what they live and breathe. It's not just a middleman agency. Fast forward to about 6 months ago, and I was getting a little bit miffed with the fact that there were these people on Instagram who were being, and it does seem to revolve a lot around Instagram too. I don't know why that is, but it does. But these people on Instagram were posting about things like, oh, come find me on this dating website, and it's like, they weren't in a market for dating, they've had long-term partners, and I was like, this is, if nothing else, it's disingenuous, and it just, to me, it's icky. It's icky. After all of that, after that vlog went up and I kind of expressed my views on it, I did a bit more research, right? And I looked into it more, and I was like, because it got quite a response and it pissed off a lot of people, and I'm totally okay with that. I don't mind being a martyr to get what I think is the right information out there and open people's eyes to what they may not actually realize is happening. Okay, so one of these things that happened was, again, this situation with this, come find me on this dating website, and it wasn't just one, there was a few of them. And I looked into it and I was like, okay, so what's happening? So there's like agencies now who specifically go looking for the influencer marketing dollar, right? They try and put themselves between companies and influencers so that they can clip the ticket and make money, okay? That's nothing new. That's PR. That's what PR is, okay? And they will try and get whatever it is for the least amount of money, or free if they can, with just by kicking out product, okay? That's nothing new. PR agencies have been doing that for ages. The thing now is that one of the things, I ended up ringing one of these agencies, okay? It's called the Social Club, and I rang them up and I was like, hey, I'm actually on your books, because as soon as it came out, I always try and get, at least some information or involved with these new things when they happen. So as soon as it came up, I rang them up and I was like, yep, I'm super keen. We've got like 250,000 people on Facebook. We've got like 3,000 people on Instagram. But it is what it is. And they were like, okay, cool, well, that's not really how we do it, but we'll send you through a pack anyway. So I looked through the terms and conditions, and one of the things that pissed me off was that you're not allowed to give an unbiased review. If you're going to talk about a product, it has to be positive or no opinion, okay? It just has to be, look at this fancy thing. And I wasn't okay with that. I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, this car that I'm driving, this is a review car. And it's not perfect. I actually really like it, but it's not perfect. And there are things about it that are going to be maybe not what they want to hear. But it's a balanced and it's an unbiased review. And that's what is core to us. And these people wouldn't let me do it. And I was like, okay, cool, not for me. Thanks very much. See you later. Go do what you're going to do. And then I started seeing that this agency was getting a lot more traction, and they were getting a lot more people on their books, and they were doing a lot more business, and that's fine. Does it take away from what I do? A little bit, but not really. See, one little segue is, a lot of people say to me like, hey, how do you think about this person? They're your competition. Or how do you think about this person? They're your competition. To be honest, I don't think anybody's our competition, because what we do is quite unique, and most people probably couldn't even organize it. But then the other side of it is, I actually don't give a fuck what the competition's up to. If they're doing better than me, fucking someone's got to be, I'm not the top of the game, and I know that. but I think we're doing pretty good. But then, okay, so that's a slight segue. I don't give a fuck about competition. You, do what you want to do. But one thing that is very core to us as a company, and one thing that seems to be missing with all of these new things, is integrity, honesty, and transparency. Those are really important things to us, and they seem to not matter at all if you're in this new influencer marketing game. In fact, I actually really fucking hate the term influencer marketing now, or even the term influencer. I'm getting real fucking sick of it, because these people, like, I don't want to influence anybody. Like, again, with this car review, because it's what I'm driving at the moment, I don't want to influence anybody to buy or not buy this car. What I want to do is I want to say, these are my thoughts, these are my feelings, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like for me. If you like it and I don't like it, hey, awesome, enjoy it. If you like it, have a ball. If you don't like it, hey, don't buy it. I don't care either way. What I care about is putting out content that can inform and entertain, and just something that we enjoy doing, okay? Now, all these people that call themselves influencers, for a kickoff, if you call yourself an influencer, you're probably an asshole. 2, the whole idea that these people can influence anything kind of blows my mind. I mean, I get it, people follow celebrity trends, but I mean, how many celebrities do we have in this fucking country? Not many. I mean, I'm talking about New Zealand for anyone that's watching this outside of New Zealand, because I'm so fucking famous, people from all over the world are watching it, right? Right? Anyway, so I reckon, okay, so there's the point that I want to get to with this video. I'm going to just smash into it. One of the important things, and this has came up when I was talking to this agency, okay, so I hit up one of these girls that I've known for a long time who was doing this influencer marketing, and I hit her up and I was like, hey, I've just got a couple of questions. And one of the questions that really fucked her off was, how does your boyfriend feel about you marketing yourself being on a dating app when you're not single? Like, that seems to me like, from a moralistic point of view, not an unfair question. I mean, if I'm out there selling my house and I've got a significant other, I would probably, like, want to know, like, how that significant other feels about it. Like, do they know it's just a game? Do they know it's bullshit? Are they upset by it? Do they get you? Like, I just want to know how someone like that feels like that. You know what I mean? And straight away on the defensive, start throwing all this PR crap at me, start saying shit like, oh, it's not a dating app. And so I went on the app, like, screenshot, sent it to her, like, #1 dating app. I'm just like, dude, just quit the bullshit. Like, I'm not dumb. I know what you're doing. Anyway, so she ended up blocking me on all the fucking platforms, and, like, whatever, I don't give a shit. But what was interesting is I then went through, like, there's a few websites you can use to track how many people have got fake followers on Twitter and Instagram. It's a bit harder on Facebook now. It used to be real easy on Facebook. And I went and had a look, and I was like, wow, I was blown away by the amount of fake Instagram followers this chick had anyway. And I'm starting to think that she probably buys, this is not true, but I'm starting to think that she probably buys her engagement as well, but she certainly bought a significant portion of her following. Okay, and now this is what I want to get at. The problem that you've got is, if you're in a position like me and you say, look, I've got this many followers on a social platform, it can be hard to prove. But some people don't care, and this is where I talked to the social club about it, and I rang them up and I said, hey, look, what's your policy on, looking into people that have got fake followings? Do you get rid of them straight away because they're breaking the rules? Like, what do you do about that? And I got talking to this guy from the social club. I talked to the girl that owns it once, but I was talking to some dude who I got chatting with on Facebook about this exact thing, and realised where he worked. And I said, look, mate, give me a call. I want to have a chat with you. And I said to him, look, okay, bottom line, either, like, because I said, like, what do you do about people with fake followings? And he's like, oh, no, we wouldn't have that. No way would we have that. And I was like, okay, thinking in my head, well, I know you've got at least 2 people that have got big fake followings. And I said to him, like, okay, look, dude, level with me here. You're either in on it or you're an idiot. Okay, it's one or the other. Either you don't know how to do your job and check, or B, you know that that's what it is, and you're in on it, right? Okay, and then so the guy was like pestering me for a name, and I was like, look, I'm not going to name drop. I don't want to drop anybody in it. I'm not here to be vindictive. I just want to get the system working properly. Because right now, in my opinion, the system is broken. There's a lot of bullshit going on, and it's not helping anybody other than the people that are getting paid and the people that are clipping the ticket on the way through. Okay? The companies are missing out. The users are missing out because they're the ones that are, like the companies are going to miss out because they're spending all this money thinking, wow, we're getting all this engagement on these massive platforms. And they're not. They're getting all these engagements on these massive numbers that are fake, which is technically fraud. And then the other side of it is that these agencies are just clipping the ticket on the way through. And then when you get to the bottom of the food chain, which is the people that consume this content, they're the ones who are going, oh, wow, that must be a great thing because so-and-so said so. I'm going to go out and buy it. So the company ends up winning, but then the end user, buys something that's crap and says, oh, hey, ex-celebrity, you said this was great. It's actually shit. Yeah, but that person got paid to say it. See where I'm going with this? Now, I said to this guy from the social club, I was like, look, dude, you're either in on it or you're an idiot. Okay, and he's like, oh, well, we've got all these algorithms and we've got this new thing coming and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. And I was on the phone to him about 20 minutes. I was sitting outside the gym waiting to go to the gym. And I said, look, here's one name. And he's like, straight away, his tone changed. He's like, oh, her. Yeah, well, she's on a different rate. And I was like, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's like, no. She's got a big international following. I was like, fuck right off, dude. Your tone changed like that. You know 110% that person's got a fake following, or at least a significantly large portion of her following is fake. And he's like, oh, no, it's not like that. We can, how do you know this? And I'm like, dude, it's not hard to find out. And then, yeah, like just instantly smacked that they knew exactly what was going on. And they were either, if it's true and that person's getting sold at a lower rate to somebody else, that's one thing, but it's still being sold to a fake following, which is effectively fraud. The other side of it, which I think is potentially worse, and I don't know if it's true or not because they won't really talk to me now, is that they either sell the numbers at what the numbers look like, not what the real numbers are, to these clients, and these clients are still paying a premium price for a fake product. If that's true, then that's really bad, and that is fraud, and that company is up to no good at all if they know exactly what they're doing. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. To be honest, there's so much shit going on these days in this whole space where people are just out to make a quick buck. I understand the need to make money. That's why we have ads on our website, and that's why we do sponsored content. That's nothing new. I understand that. I like food too. I like paying my rent too. But it's like, at what point do you sell your soul to be on all of these fucking influencer programs? Half of them don't fucking pay anyway, and half of them are shit products. Like, can anybody actually think of an influencer program in this day and age, like with all the crap that's going on now, that you actually want? And then you get this whole thing about micro-influencers, which is what, for Instagram, we come under because we're under 10,000 followers on Instagram. But the thing that, for me, with Instagram is it's like, I understand that, yeah, you can monetize it and you can do this crap. For me, Instagram is just something that I do for fun as a different stream of content on the same topics from what we already do, okay? But yeah, I mean, the game is, right now, seems completely fucked. And a lot of money is getting put into this experimental marketing. I mean, like, you see things from people like Harvey Norman's, they're getting on it. Oh, look at my fancy new bedspread. That shit's not cheap. I know, I bought my bedspread from Harvey Norman and my bed. Shit's fucking expensive. So they're getting, like, all this really cool shit. I mean, do I want that shit? No, it's not the point. My point is I feel like these companies need to understand, like, I mean, and that's, I'm not saying that the companies that buy it are stupid. What I'm saying is that the companies that buy it are going to a professional agency because their agency knows what they're doing, in theory, right? I'm pretty sure the agency does know exactly what it's doing. But does Harvey Norman, as an example, understand that? Maybe, maybe not. I would assume not, which is why they hire professionals and they don't do it themselves. And that's where this whole fucking thing falls apart, because everybody's getting fucked over except for the people that are getting paid and the people that are clipping the ticket. End of. Anyway, I really only started this to try out this microphone, so if it's shit, let me know and I won't use it again. But other than that, fucking Hope everyone's doing well. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, we're trucking along.